Let's create some cottage home decor from thrifted items. Hello everybody and welcome into Emily's Upcycled Home. I'll be using Sea Spray by Dixie Belle and some Bear white chalk paint for this project. This is a thrifted frame and I'm simply going to add in that Sea Spray additive and my Bear chalk paint just to mix this up very thoroughly to give us a thick paste-like consistency to build texture and add some layering to our frame here. You can make your paste as thick as you want. I like mine pretty thick, almost like a paste here. And then once I have that as thick as I want to come in and just layer up over my frame, building in that texture. I started here by giving this a stippling motion here, but then I decided to go ahead and just first coat everything up and then just come back in with my second coat and stipple everything on. I'm going to go ahead and continue the process until I have a full coverage look over the center of that frame. Now, you can do as many layers as you want here. You can make it as thick as you want. And if you're interested in this Sea Spray additive to your paint, you can check that out with my affiliate link to Julie's Designs and Signs, and I'll have that in the description, you guys. So I'm gonna just continue layering this up. I go ahead and get into the frame as well. And once we have this where we want, I'm going to come in with this antique white just by Folk Art and the traditional pots transferred by ILD as well. And we are going to layer up this frame, giving this a whole new look. So on the outside of the frame, we also came in with that Folk Art as well as that inside, giving this a little bit of an off-white creamy color here. And then we're going to layer two of these transfers that I picked from that traditional pots booklet. And then we are just going to simply rub on our transfer. And if you guys been watching me for a while, you know I tend to lose all the little transfer sticks that come with your product. So I end up grabbing whatever I want on my table to use to just rub on that transfer. And I'll go ahead with my plastic, rub over it just to seal in all of that look. Now, I think this is a cute look already, but we're going to come in and layer up some flowers and some foliage that I feel the piece needs. So I just carry all my little scrap pieces and everything from my transfers in this binder, but I did decide to come in with the booklet here because I wasn't really finding little scrap pieces that I wanted. So I chose the Firma Melange booklet by ILD, and we are going to pick flowers out of here, and I think I want these soft pink ones. And we are also going to make our own little leaves, you guys. These leaves on here were a little bit too big for me and what I was going for, so I'm going to take those leaves actually, and we are going to shape some also. But first, let's go ahead and get that flower down. And so I will just simply cut around everything. I keep looking for a spot here, and maybe you guys like the leaves as is. You guys could keep them on there like that. It's really personal preference, but we're just going to piece together our design here. Now, just showing you what you can do, especially when you have scrap transfers and you don't have enough. You can make your own little images, little leaves, and see how I'm layering up that leftover floral just to get into those creases. And then I come in and I go ahead and trim off the leaves that I don't want on here, and then we just kind of start shaping our leaves. Now you see those little ones, I made those out of the leaf patterns, just adding some little leaf shape to the top, and then we just continue layering on, you guys. Have fun playing with your transfers. Remember, not everything needs to be used as is. You can piece apart and pick out from different transfer books like I did here to make your beautiful look on your frames or whatever project you're working on. We'll go ahead and do the same thing, repeating the process for our other frame as well, just building up the layers of our transfer until I have the look that I like. So have fun building and layering up. So here is our finished look. I just loved all the detailing that we put into that texture, and I just love the detailing of the frame as well. Let me know what you guys think of this one down in the comments. If you enjoy my content here, you guys, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you too can become part of my YouTube family. How many of you out there, if you see a cloche, you just have to buy it? I'm one of those people. So if you like them and you want to give them a little bit of a transformation, we're going to go ahead and do that here using, once again, that antique white by Folk Art. I'm going to paint this base, giving it a full coverage look here. And once again, you guys, this is just a simple base, just a little white base and a little cloche that we are just going to be transforming. And I believe I might have even got this cloche off of Amazon at one point. But once I go ahead and give that base a full coverage, I come in and do the little knob at the top. And then these are one of my favorite moldings here. I'm going to come in with the ILD cameo molds, and we are going to come in with some air dry clay as well. After making my moldings here, I decided to go with a different direction, and I bring in a different mold actually and make some little rosettes that we are going to place around our cloche here. Now I'm just showing you this piece anyway so you can see how cute you can make your little medallions and everything. But here is where I come in. I make little rosettes to go around our little knob of our piece. And I forgot which molding I used here, you guys, but I just used the center of a rose. Come back in with some wood glue to just go ahead and apply all the little rosettes around our piece here. So once you have these glued on, you can let them dry for 24 hours, come back in and paint and reform and fix. And then you got this cute little ring around of roses on the top of our piece. So once this is thoroughly dry, we'll come back in and apply some of these transfers. I did get these off of Amazon, I believe. I'm not sure. But these have a little plastic film over top. They're not my favorite, but they're good for flat surfaces, and they do have some cute designs there. So we're just going to go ahead and use these anyway. I'm going to rub on that transfer like I do any other transfer and pull off that backing there. And then we just have a cute little white rose and greenery design. Come in and just dress up all those edges and expose some of that light brown that's underneath our paint. And once I have this all layered up the way I want and distressed, I'll come in and seal the whole base of our piece with this base finishing wax you can find on Amazon. So once I have all that layered up, you just use it like any other wax. You just wipe it on, wipe off any of the excess, and this is going to give us our protective coat for our base, sealing in that transfer. Go ahead and go on the top of our little design on our cloche, putting up some more wax and wiping it off, and then come in with just a little ink pad, adding some vintage walnut, I believe is this one, onto our little rosettes, and we are just going to blend that in using that wax as our blender tool as well. It's almost like tinting up your wax here because we put that first layer on. Just using my finger to blend it all in and add a little bit of age to our little knob and rosettes on the top. So you guys can use any design you want, use your moldings as you see fit as well. And once we have this all situated, you guys, I do want to come in and add some transfers on the top, just slightly layering up the green leaves, cascading kind of down from the rosettes down our piece. Once again, just have fun placing your transfers, but I thought this would just be a cute little look with those little leaves cascading down, adding some little flowers. And then I come back in with a traditional pots transfer and add some little wording. And of course, you can embellish it even further with some candles, little birds, or whatever you want to put on the inside of your cloche. You guys let me know what you think of this one. Just a simple transformation from an Amazon purchase. For more DIY inspiration, come join me over at Emily's Upcycled Home on Facebook. And don't forget, you can shop my items anytime at Emily's Upcycled Boutique, also on Facebook. And for more inspiration and a crafting community, join us at Crafting with the Hot Mess Express. Let's create a book stack using some thrifted items here, or thrifted books. These are just soft cover books that you can transform and use as decorative items in your home. Now first I'm going to start off by ripping off all these covers because I do want that natural weathered or aged kind of book look here, and a deconstructed book is going to give me that look. So once I have all these peeled and all the edges off, you come also and sand off your pieces anywhere that gets stuck, and that's going to add a little bit of more texture and variation to our books as well. Just trying to get rid of some of that red there. Then you're just going to layer up your books. Now these are those smaller little soft paperback books that are everywhere in the thrift store. Just pick up a few that you think will fit the size and shape that you want for your book. And notice here I'm also ripping off excess of the papers because I want some thinner books on here as well. And if we stack them up, rip them in half, it looks like a variety of books that are going on with that thicker one in the middle. And I think that's a great look here. So we're just going to give this a little bit more sandy and just weather them up and grubby them up a little bit more. And then with some white chalk paint that we used at the beginning of our video, we're going to come in and reapply and reuse that paint on the edges of our books, giving this a little bit of a cleaner and consistent look, as well as that distressed look that we want to go for here. Remember, you can pick whatever color you like for your book. I'm just making sure I'm getting those bindings the way I want. And you guys, I just like white in that age look. It's just a beautiful look for me. But once again, we're going to come back in and age them up even more with my wax here. This is just my wax brush, and I believe Dark Wax by Dixie Belle is on this brush here. So once again, that affiliate link to purchase Dixie Belle products will be in that description. So look how this looks. We didn't add too much distressing to it, but we did add enough just to age up some more of those edges. Now with this floral wire you can find on Amazon as well. I'm taking the brown floral wire here, and I think they come in different colors, and we are just going to bind these up, bringing a little bit of a brown or rust element to our books. And you can twist this about as many times as you need to get the look that you want. And I'm just going to add a little bit of twisting in the center or on the side, wherever you want to add your piece to where it cascades down and adds a little bit of texture element as well. So I'm just firmly placing these books all together, making sure I got my position here for my wire, and then I'll go ahead and twist that in the center, trimming off any excess that we have going on here as well. And once you got that, again, the way you want it, you can come back in and start layering up all your little cute little elements. But first, you guys, let's bring back that cameo mold. And I want to add a cameo mold to this piece here. And we are just going to use our air dried clay, also by IOD, and go ahead and fill up whatever mold you guys want on here. And just to keep my clay from drying out, I just add a damp paper towel into my little bag here, and that just helps you keep your clay nice and moist for the future uses. So once I have my clay all nice and pliable and worked it out a little bit, we are going to go ahead and add that into our little cameo mold, smoothing it out and taking off any excess of our clay here. And once again, you guys, you can make more molds with that excess clay or just tuck it back in your bag for further use here. Once I have that all smoothed out, we're going to go ahead and continue on here. Like I said, I'm just adding some more little moldings here just in case we want to add those too. And let's just see where this goes with this piece. Sometimes you just kind of wing it until you decide what you want. So I'm just going to pick out a few here, and we'll see which ones we end up at the end. Removing my molding here and having this beautiful image on here as well. If you Like here, I'm just going to reshape it a little bit. But once I have this all situated and we got our little lady here, you can go ahead and let this dry to really firm it out. I'm just adding it back because I kind of just squished it a little bit. I'm a little bit harsh, a crafter, so I tend to do those things a lot. So you can just place it back in and reform your molding if that's one of the things that you deal with as well. We'll remove that once again and let this dry, you guys. You can also use resin, which is a 1-to-1 ratio of A and B product. And I do the 5-minute resin, so it dries really fast and then you can really use it. But you guys, these are dry. I went ahead and put a hole in the top. We added it through our wire. And then we're going to just embellish this up with some greenery, you guys, as well. So once I have that greenery in place, and this greenery, I believe, came from Hobby Lobby in one of their like bushes section. It's just a beautiful little color, little soft, pale kind of green with different shades. So here is the book so far. And then I just want to come in and add some burlap and some ribbon. So we're just going to use our twine or our wire as well, folding those ribbons in the center and then using our wire to attach and to hold in that center loops as well. Go ahead and add a little bit of hot glue and place that where we want. Now I just love the little medallion that we added to the end of the piece, and once again I want my ribbon on here in a certain way. So all you guys can do is just tack those little tails to give it the look that you want. And with that second little medallion, I think we might come in and go ahead and add that one as well. But here's where I kind of go backwards a little bit, and here's where I'm adding the little hole to put our medallion back on. And I'm just going to use simple hot glue here and attach everything. So this is where I'm going to add it, and then we're going to add the smaller one over here. And you guys, I don't know. You guys let me know what you're thinking so far of this piece. How would you have done it differently? Or do you just love it as is? So I love the IOD clay and the thickness of it and the consistency of it as well. And I like how it dries. But once again, we're going to come back in with that traditional POTS transfer. And I think we need some wording on our books. So I just save all my little scraps for such situations where you just need those little wordings here and there just to add that little touch that your project is missing. So I went ahead and add that, and you notice my medallion is not on here anymore. So we're just going to go ahead and rework these on and see what happens, because I want to go ahead and distress these as well, giving them a little age look, adding them, and then we'll go ahead and glue them back on, coming in with my Distress Oxide ink and just kind of blending in that brown as well, and adding some other layering colors on top of that, just blending everything together, just giving it a lightly distressed aged look on the pieces. I think they just needed some color. And then we'll go ahead and reapply those as well to our piece. Once again, just using hot glue and placing that back onto our piece, as well as a little center medallion on the top. With that same Distress Oxide ink, we go ahead and layer up our books, you guys, and then this project is complete. When I did put this together for staging, I think we were coming into fall, so there is some pumpkins here. But you guys think of this, not having pumpkins in it is just a good year-round piece, or whatever seasonal piece that you want it to become, just by simply staging up different factors here. Well, I thank you guys for joining me for today's video. I hope you found some inspiration and some more techniques here. And don't forget to get out to your thrift store, thrift those frames, and use all your scrapped products and pieces here to put together a beautiful little vignette. Look how great all these pieces come together, and I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Shop IOD, Fusion, and Dixie Brow products with my affiliate link to Julie's Designs and Signs down in that description. Also, you can buy supplies, home decor, and floral, all with a $9 flat rate shipping, you guys. So save and reuse my link and help my channel here on YouTube. Thank you all for your support. Did you know that I am an affiliate with Royce Cycle Treasures? So if you are looking for some beautiful rice papers to shop, save and reuse my affiliate link to the top of my Facebook page. There are so many beautiful papers to choose from. She also has a few stencils to choose from, so head on over to Royce Treasures and click on that affiliate link linked to the top of my page. Thank you all for your support in growing my channel, my Facebook page, and all my boutique as well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos, as well as hit that notification bell. See you guys all on the next one. Bye, friends.